Take a walk on the wild side. Will the birds and the bees survive? Right before me, my newfound hippie side. Once ignored these conspiracies online. Out the window, visions of the earth. Sign me up now, make sure you use your smart. Take a walk on the wild side. Will the birds and the bees survive? Would your children like to see Mother Nature sigh?
Welcome to Smart Health Talk with your host, Elaine McFadden.
Welcome, everyone, to Smart Health Talk radio show. I'm your host, Elaine McFadden. And, why am I here? Well, I'm here because as a registered dietitian with a master's in public health and actually about 40 years experience shopping for organic, pesticide-free foods, because as soon as I first learned they were poisoning our food, I said, okay, there's something wrong with this picture and we need to do something about making more pesticide-free food available to people. And as I've been going through my life recently, it has been, when you hit my age, when you hit your 60s, you accumulate a lot of things. And not only do you accumulate things in your life, but you accumulate things in your body. And when you look around at my age and you see just how much stuff that you have, I mean, I was going through things that I had had for a long time, letters, from people, and I can't tell you how much stuff I threw away. I mean, I'm like, why am I keeping letters from this person that like stabbed me in the back kind of thing, right? It's like, why were these people writing me? I don't even understand it. I don't remember them. I mean, the things, you just look back at, you're like, why? Why do I even have all this stuff? Well, it just felt so good to make that huge pile of stuff that I no longer have to carry around with me and can clean out my life, simplify my life, create more room in my space, be more efficient, and not leave like this huge burden, when someone has to eventually go through my stuff. Thinking about like all these different things, it's just going to go in the trash. Nobody really cares, about this stuff anymore. At least most people. There are still some people that are really interested in their families and that kind of thing, but a lot of kids today, they don't see, much value in a lot of the things maybe that we keep. And I met this one lady, and I really liked her philosophy. She said that she was in her 80s, and she said, I've just started giving stuff away. When people come and visit me at my house, I'm like, hey, you see something you like? Take it. And she's having fun giving away things while she's still living. I kind of like that because really I look around my house, except for things that I knew were attached to people I loved, I could really say goodbye to most of it. And I'm saying all these things because I want you to see the parallel between the stuff that we have around us in our home that we've collected, things that we haven't let go, things that are in our kitchen that we bought and have been sitting there on the shelf for maybe years, things that we should never be putting in our body to begin with. And I hope that more people are hearing about the Monsanto versus Dwayne Johnson trial that happened here in California and resulted in a $289 million settlement for Dwayne Johnson, a janitor from a school district that was asked to spray Roundup 30 times a year. And then it got on him, created horrible sores all over his body, gave him cancer, terminal cancer. And he was the first in a line of about 5 to 8,000. Last count, I think it was 8,000 nationwide cases that people believe that their cancer is related to Roundup. And I'm sure that there were a lot of other people in their life, doctors and experts, that agreed that that was it. Very hard to prove all these things, and because even though we had studies back in the 80s that showed links to glyphosate and kidney cancer, still they were able to get it approved. And people out there that believe the government is watching out for you and you can trust every single product that you're using, I would really like to beg you to stop thinking like that. You have to be skeptical about everything because they lie. These people lie. And people, I love this line from Legally Blonde when the professor asked the student when he thinks that he absolutely positively has the right answer. And she says, "Are you willing to bet your life on it?" And I ask everyone, are you willing to bet your life on what these people are telling us? Let me give you a good example. I have been researching Vicane, which is actually a chemical weapon that was developed during World War I. It's the same grade of chemical that the chlorpyrifos that we were phasing out because it destroys our kids' brains, but the president said that, and Pruitt, our EPA director, said that, the farmers are more important than our children's brains. We're going to allow it to be used. Well, it destroys brains, people, and we are tenting houses and letting this gas go into the air right in our neighborhoods, just like less than 50 feet from our neighbor's window. This is a chemical attack on our neighbor. And I got people spraying pesticides weekly or more than weekly right next to me. And it's just like, la, 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 I'm going to spray this pesticide. Well, excuse me. When you decide to use a pesticide, and whether you're paying somebody else to use it or whether you're doing it yourself, you are responsible for every single molecule of toxin that is then released into the air and every single thing that is killed as a result of the pesticide that you allowed to be used and released into the air. I'm sorry, I have just been poisoned. I've got my neighbor spraying pesticides, and the drift, she's not even breathing it. That's the thing. She's spraying it, she's not breathing it. It's drifting right inside my home, right next door. I'm the one breathing it. People, if you are going to use these pesticides, think about it. She decided to use this pesticide, and then this pesticide is toxic to beneficial insects. I have a nursery. My home is a certified nursery with the state of California, and since she killed the ladybugs and the lacewings, I had a friggin' population explosion of aphids on every single plant. Now, if that wouldn't have happened, then they would have probably got it out of control before it got out of control. But people are not thinking about the unintended consequences, the butterfly effect. A butterfly flaps its wings here and somebody else dies, or a flood is caused in India. I mean, we need to be responsible for our actions, responsible for our trash that we're creating, the products that we're buying. How much of an impact is that having on our environment, on our landfill? These are important things that as human beings living on this planet together that we have to embrace. And I'm begging people, think about it before you go buying these toxins, before you go paying other people or yourself, letting them into the environment. Think about your family, your pets, your neighbor's family and pets, what your neighbors are breathing. I'm working on getting the maker of orange oil. It is an alternative to Vicane. It's made from orange rinds. It's non-toxic. You are not launching a chemical weapon attack on your neighbor when you do this. I had massive plant damage. 100% of the plants in my yard were affected in some way. Some were just literally devastated. I'm telling you, there are consequences. This is a toxic gas. Now, the lies. Let's get back to the lies. I wanted to give you a little background on why I feel Vicane is so important. It is also destroying our ozone layer. These gases, methyl bromide, this Vicane, these organophosphates, are being used all along your food chain. You have no clue. That's why they want to keep this stuff. Oh, that chlorpyrifos organophosphate, the Trump is allowing the continued use of, but actually was blocked in a federal court, and the state of California has taken action to not allow the use in our state. That's how bad it is, okay? Well, you know, we allow kids to be exposed to this, and they get autism. You know, what are we thinking? Oh, this is just the poor kids? It's not affecting our kids? Well, let me ask you a question. Do you get up and make one of those kale drinks every day? Do you drink cranberry juice? Let's see. Do you feed your child apples? Any kind of apple product whatsoever that's not organic? That pesticide is used on all those products. And don't think that you're not getting it in your system. And guess what? This stuff accumulates in our body. We need to start working on, first of all, stopping the buildup. Then we have to start working on the healing of our bodies. And we have to work on changing all of the cells out of our body from a lower quality cell to a higher quality cell. And we do that with concentrated nutrition and by not introducing any new pesticide. When you buy organic, I don't care what you've been told in the past, just forget it. There has been so much propaganda by the merchants of doubt out there trying to manipulate your brain into thinking all this stuff is safe. Just let it go. Let it go. It's lies, okay? We proved it in the emails and all of the discovery that happened during that trial. They are lying to the level that was so bad the judge wouldn't even allow the jury to see it because it might bias them. It was so bad, okay? Let's accept the truth here. How many of you out there are feeling good, or I bet the people that are really feeling the good that they know they can feel, they are not feeling it. You're thinking, hey, I really could feel better. I'm telling you, my thyroid tested at like 350. It's supposed to be, the highest is supposed to be 40. You don't think I was freaking out? My hair was falling out. I was gaining weight. I weighed more than I ever had in my life. I was freaking out. So what do? I'm a dietitian. I'm going to use myself as a research experiment. And when they tried to give me the 50,000, I used a vitamin D, which I thought had to be toxic to my liver. I said, not taking it. When they tried to give me a replacement for some thyroid hormone, I said, no, thank you. I will feed my thyroid and heal my thyroid instead. Now, I I don't have any new date. I'm hoping to get that soon, but I do have a totally different body. I used to get up and walk from one end of the room to the other, or get up in the middle of the night, and I could barely even make it to the bathroom without falling, or walk across the room without having to grab onto something because my joints hurt so much. I was experiencing all these symptoms. I didn't even care about taking care of myself. Another symptom, I was letting myself go all to pot. I wasn't doing all these little beauty treatments that I used to do. And beauty is something we're going to start adding more of to our show, because actually I'm starting to feel like a little bit more caring about beauty and caring about myself for the first time in a long time. How did I get to this point? How am I wearing an outfit right now that I bought 25 years ago? How many of us have told, oh, if you haven't worn it for a year, throw it out? Well, I am 6 foot tall, and to find any kind of clothing that fits me off the shelf is really hard. So this particular suit that I'm wearing, well, not only goes with my freckled skin tone, since it's coral, but it also was something that came from a tall women's dress store that had like designer type clothes. So there was no way I was going to get rid of this suit. Plus, it's a nice wool suit. Well, I have not been able to wear this suit, and I can't even tell you how long. But I am wearing that suit now. And actually, I'm going to stand up. For those of you that tune in, go to KCAARadio.com, and our videos are on right now, but also after the show. So I am going to stand up and show everyone. Yeah, actually fits. And the thing that's the most important is that I could zip the zipper up all the way in the skirt. Now, you know how many 60-year-olds out there have that middle gut that's just, you know, coming out, right? Every which way. I think the place I need to lose the most is between my shoulder blades and my back. And I know how to do those exercises. The last time I wore this outfit, I was working out 3 hours a day. So I had to work out 3 hours a day to fit into this outfit 25 years ago. And I am fitting into it now, and I have not hit a gym and I don't even know how long. Okay? So I want to help people out there not only start to feel good again, start to lose weight and let go of pain, and we're going to work on beauty. Now, I have a guest on Skype right now. She's been on our show. She was a whistleblower for the San Joaquin Vector Department, and has told us the reality of what has been going on in vector departments all across our country, because she could only tell like about that particular vector department, but we have to think are other vector departments replicating what's going on there, and to what extent. So that's been very eye-opening. And of course, all our videos and our podcasts are on iHeartRadio. We're on YouTube, and also the KCAA radio website, which is just .com. So I want to talk some new news with Tiffany today, but also I want to go into her journey to get her health back, because think of all the pesticides she was exposed to in her job and some of the things that she could have went through. And I have some products here, and we're going to go shopping, everyone. I am going to teach you what you should be buying, because if you're used to going to Stater Brothers and you go to a Sprouts or a Clark's Nutrition and you see some names and products that you've never heard of, it may be a little bit confusing to you, and you think you can't afford it. Well, I'm going to tell you, yeah, you could definitely afford it. I was on like food stamps and I could afford it. It's how you spend your money. Okay, so we're going to talk about some good tips on bargain saving, and why don't we go ahead and cut to break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Tiffany Anderson, everyone. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned.
And now a word from our Smart Health Talk sponsors.
Real facts, real lives, real science is what you get when you tune in to Smart Health Talk radio show every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. We want our listeners armed with the latest information no matter who we have to call out in the process. No corporate cloaking, no repeats of what you've already heard over and over. We bring what you're not getting from other shows. We're looking for what's having an impact on Americans' lives every day and into the future. I'm your host, Elaine McFadden. I'd like to invite you to learn with us. We're always there with podcasts and videos on KCAA YouTube and iHeartRadio, or live on KCAA Radio, 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Tuesday.
I'm so tired of the buffering on my smartphone.
I'm so over it. Next.
Right? I am so over it. Next.
A radio? Next.
No buffering, just your favorite local radio station?
Next Radio uses the FM tuner that is already built into your phone, so you can listen to your favorite stations on the go. Because Next Radio uses the FM tuner already built into your smartphone, it saves on data and battery usage. When compared to streaming audio, Next Radio uses less than 1/10 of your data, and your battery will last 3 times longer. Next Radio, it's FM radio on your smartphone.
Introducing a radio inside your cell phone. Listen to all kinds of local radio stations, including KCAA 106.5 Yucaipa and 102.3 Riverside on Next Radio. Download the free Next Radio app today. 100% free, 100% fun, 0% buffering. Stop the buffer and listen to KCAA.
Welcome back to Smart Health Talk with your host, Elaine McFadden.
Welcome back, everyone. First of all, let's welcome Tiffany Anderson to our show. Woohoo! Hey, Tiffany.
Hi, everyone.
So tell us, how you doing, girl?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
So me and technology, we're not the best of friends.
Oh, wait, just lost the audio.
We lost the audio?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not hearing it. Okay, let me change my headphones, maybe. Okay, try talking again.
Okay, so
now I got you.
So I cannot see me on the screen, I could never see you on the screen, but I can't even see me on the screen. And so technology and we have this great history where we hate each other. And so I was messing around with things while I was trying to get ready. And so I can't see me. So as long as you can see me, then I guess we're fine.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
And you look great, Tiffany, so don't even worry.
Thanks, Elaine.
And I know you've been working hard on getting yourself in shape. And we're gonna I don't know if you heard, we're gonna go shopping. And
I did. I heard that. I was wondering, whose money are we using? Because I could really go.
No, we're going organic food shopping. Because a lot of people aren't really sure, when they go shopping, how to buy organic. They're not used to the companies. They're not used to the products. And plus they think they can't afford it.
Sure. Right.
So
right.
we're trying to change that.
You can't afford not to.
I love that. Thank you so much, because explain to people in your mind why you think that you cannot afford to not buy organic.
Because, okay, I'm just going to not go organic versus non-organic. Okay, let's say you go buy a Happy Meal, and that Happy Meal is made within maybe 1 minute. And we don't know where any of those products come. It's called the fast food mentality, and everybody likes that fast food mentality. But it's filled with all these things that are made to kill you, and so then you've got your organic and your non-organic. Of course, would you like food with pesticides? Would you like food without pesticides? I would prefer the pesticide-free, please. Because what's going to happen? Again, it's going to cause damage to your body, even if it's slow damage. Even if it's not, something that happens overnight, if it's something that builds up.
Well, and that's why some of the products that I have here today can really help with that. And the fact that, I don't know if you heard too, like the outfit I'm wearing is actually something I bought 25 years ago. Okay. I was, actually, I'm going to take this jacket off because it's pretty hot. But I had to work out 3 hours a day to like be able to wear this suit. So that was, I couldn't even believe it when I put it on and I could actually zip up the skirt. I was like, wow. And for those of you that are new to Smart Health Talk, if you go to smarthealthtalk.com, you can find on our homepage our Smart Health Talk resolutions, 10 Smart Health Talk resolutions. And what under each one of those resolutions, we have about 20 action steps at least under each category. And you just have to pick one. Just pick one out of all the 100 or 150 or so we have to choose from and focus on that for a month. And at the end of the year, you have now 12 new behaviors that could save your life. Simple as that. I put those together because I knew they were achievable goals. And I tell you, I hear so many people, like there was a story on Yahoo today about a woman that lost like 150 pounds. And she started going to the gym, you know, and getting into this whole mode. And that was me too when I was younger. And I know you have. And of course, you know, I support that 100%.
I have 2 gym memberships.
You have what?
I have 2 gym memberships.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have 2 gym memberships because they, you know, they have some amazing classes. For each gym has its own, you know, greatness about it, and I do like to work out a lot. So.
Oh yeah, I was like totally into it. Right now, I'm into taking care of my monarchs and getting my life in order and my yard in order, and that's.
I got to tell you, yard work runs right up there #1 with a gym membership.
Yeah, when you're out there digging, and I actually find something very grounding. When I have been at points in my life, Tiffany, when I did not know what to do, I did not know what direction to go. When I start digging in the dirt and like planting plants and working in a garden, it is amazing to me how all of a sudden everything will become clear to me on exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Elaine, I didn't know when and if we were going to speak again. I mean, I figured we'd speak again. That wasn't the problem. I was very happy to have your specialist from that lawsuit for the Roundup come in and do that interview. That was amazing because just think, that's just one product that mosquito and vector control uses on their annual.
How did you feel about that whole case? How did it feel personally?
It made me feel really good. But the following week, I'm going to go on assumptions. Okay, I have been fighting exposure claims from 2004 until 2000 and to date. Today, we still do not have a resolve. And all of a sudden, I got a call, and the defense, the doctor, ordered a body scan, a full bone scan, a full brain MRI. He ordered a chest X-ray. He ordered some abdominal work to look at an MR ab, and then he also did a pelvic ultrasound, and looking for signs of anything that might be there. But it's taken this long to get any tests done after being a pesticide applicator, and I don't have a family, and so I went to all these tests alone, and they're kind of scary. They're kind of scary to go, and it's like, well, we're going to pray for the best, but what are the what if? And so then I just kind of felt myself in this state of perpetual depression last week, And then that was enough of that. And I'm like, okay, this week I'm going to get up and this is going to be exercise, week or whatever. But
and that helps you release endorphins, which prevents depression. And actually, exercise is better for relieving depression than any antidepressant medication out there. They've done studies, and after a year, the people that were exercising, this is the way I look at it, the people that were exercising at the end of a year, not only did they not take some drug for a year, they ended up with a really hot body as well.
Well,
Yes.
I have a lot of anger. I'm not going to lie. I have a lot of anger. I call it injustice, and so I don't want to take my hurt that I have, that somebody has given to me, or it's just happened, that this hurt fell upon me, and I do not want to direct it at another person. Because that how do we stop?
I can't believe you're saying that, Tiffany, because our engineer that's sitting right here can vouch. What did I say last year? I said the very same thing to him, because I have been working on my face, and that's why I'm going to be starting to talk more about beauty in that as well. I had so much tension in my face. I had like these knots in my face. I had swelling that wouldn't go away. So much tension. And I was telling them, I said, I want to get to this pain. I want to work it out. I want to get it out. I want to work these knots out, because I felt like it was forcing my face into this position. It was almost like I was wearing this mask that wasn't me, because it was all this tension was like locking my face in a position with wrinkles and these expressions. And I thought, I'm going to get past that pain. And you know what it has taken, Tiffany? I have, in the past week, besides having to have like my face like swollen, like you can't even believe, I cried. It's making me want to cry talking about it. I cried as I'm massaging this pain, this horrible pain out of. People don't even know the pain that their body is going through, because your body masks it so you can think, so you can function.
Yes, so that you'll seem normal in society.
Yeah, exactly. But it's there. It's manifesting, and what it's doing, I realized in my face, it was blocking the normal function, the lymph function, the normal circulation. And to get through that pain, I literally was just tears just coming down my face.
Oh, that
it
is
was like
a good
I
thing.
was working through all that emotion that was locked in my tissue, and I was letting it out. And I've noticed there's a theme in Hollywood. 2 shows that were special shows, the Center one and the Sharp Objects, are both talking about release. We need to release.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I thought that's a good message. How many people are so wound up right now with hate?
Everybody. I mean, and it might not be hate. It might be grief. It might be pain. It might be, sorrow, loss, hurt, disappointment. I mean, it could just be all different kinds of things. And
to face it and let what I just said.
But the end result, because I live with somebody who is hurting very bad, and I'll use my mom. Because my mom's not dead. I mean, my mom is dead. She's not here to defend herself. But my mother would get, she would have a lot of pain, and she would project that pain onto me. And I don't know. It's not that I'm not capable, because I can be very, very, very mean. But it's not, But as I profess myself to be a Christian, I have to really try to focus and put that energy somewhere. I call it put it in the ground. I put it in the ground.
Well, you've been volunteering at a garden and digging in the ground, and I'm sure all that's been really healing. And we only have like about 10 minutes left. I want to go over these products, because I think it might also help you. And of course, we're going to have you come back on and You can come back next week. I want to hear more about your progress, or it'll be sometime in the near future. I know I've been working on getting the ladies from Indiana on that both their kids died. They're from cancer. They're in an area where it's like the most concentrated childhood cancer area in the country. And I want to hear their story and what they're doing, because to me they're role models for the rest of us, because they're taking action. They're willing to stand up against these big corporations and all that's happening to them and all the members of their community. And I think we can all draw strength from them.
Right.
And try to model ourselves after what they're doing, and to let go. We need to let go of this other stuff, because then we can not that we forget it, but we need to start fresh and re-energize and find our energy to stand up and fight the fights, because the people that fought for the freedom in this country, you think they didn't want to just go cuddle up in their nice cozy feather bed or something and just forget about all this? But no, they were going to lose their land, they were going to lose their money, they were going to lose everything, and we're going to lose our lives. Dwayne Johnson has terminal cancer.
I can't quit because I'm tied to them, and until we resolve our legal issues, I can't quit. I can't walk away. They will always be a part of me unless I want to just give up, throw my hands up, and
That's
say,
right, and we're here to support you, Tiffany. We're here to support you. But I'm telling you, one of the things that I have noticed, when you stop putting the pesticides in, and when you start working on getting new cells throughout your body, higher quality cells, because the input is like a higher quality. I know the owners of these companies, many of them, I use these products. I'm going to go through them really quickly, and if you have any experience you want to talk about, but this is really going to help people, because this is what has changed my life, eating like this. Okay, first of all, Tulsi Cleanse, Organic India. We talk about the liver, that, by the way, that thyroid medication is contaminated with cancer-causing chemicals, just like the high blood pressure medication. So I'm really glad that I decided not to take that, and my hair is growing back. Oh, the thing I forgot to bring is Parmesan cheese, and I'm telling you, I'm going to say it every week. It has the amino acid in there that's the precursor to the thyroid hormone, the tyrosine. So its highest concentration is in Parmesan cheese. I have been eating it every day. I love it, but I get the super high quality Regasa one that is so yummy. It's got the little crystals in it. Anyway, but Tulsi Cleanse, this is for kidney and liver, and that is where pesticides are super concentrated. And I'm telling you, this tea is the bomb. This tea works, and for the cost and everything you get, start off with 1 tea bag per day. Be careful, because it is really strong. Okay, now that was 1 tea. Now, one of the things that gets me through, that has really helped me lose weight, is chicken broth. And I make my own chicken broth from organic chickens. After we bake it, we save all the bones, and I boil that. But just when you need a fast meal, you're super tired, I throw this in a pan. I put some frozen peas, I put some spices, some onion, instant soup. I drink on that, and I'll tell you, this will help you lose weight. Plus, you want to try and get the bone one. Pacific Foods is my absolute favorite. They have a bone broth as well. Imagine is another brand that's good. Here's a portobello mushroom. This is super low in calories. We are talking 80 calories per serving, so that means if you did the whole, at 300 calories if you did the whole container. Also, what I'll do for something like this, I'll add my own raw organic grass-fed milk. But I only add it at the very end after I turned it off, and I'm not going to sit there and boil my good milk. Okay, but you can add milk to this. You can use it as a base, and you could add all different kinds of green onions, parsley, things like that. Pacific Foods, here's cream of chicken soup, cream of mushroom soup, turkey gravy. We've got the holidays coming up. Pacific Foods is the man, because they've got the whole berry cranberry sauce. And what was I just talking about? Cranberries, one of the biggest users of chloropyrifos organophosphate, chemical weapon, pesticide, okay? Pacific Foods doesn't have any of that, okay? And I'm telling you, like the turkey gravy, you can mix this with your own drippings, and it comes out fantastic. Cream of mushroom soup. Again, I'll take this, I'll add milk to it, I'll add some other vegetables. It becomes a whole meal. I'm happy with it. Mackerel, Wild Planet is the only one I trust. Mackerel is the oily fish is like so healing for our body, for our brain. And trust me, like Tiffany, your brain has taken a hit. Your brain cells have taken a hit from those pesticides, and cholesterol is a big part of our brain. Omega-3s is a big part of our brain. People don't get it in their diets anymore. The cows don't eat grass. The cattle doesn't eat grass. The dairy cows aren't eating grass. We used to get omega-3s in our milk and our meat. We don't get it there anymore. So we have to get omega-3s in our diet. Yes, supplements, but some of those I really don't trust them. They test for mercury. Every single tuna, every single batch of fish there is sustainable. The way that they process it, others boil the fish first and then they put it in the can. They put it in the can and then they cook it so you get all the juices. They make extra money off what's left over after they boil it. Okay, cornstarch. We got holidays coming up. You're making a lot of pies, all kinds of things. Don't forget organic cornstarch. Rapunzel, I love they make the best cocoa ever as well. They're a French company. But organic cornstarch, non-GMO. And I kept telling everyone, cereals, they still have glyphosate. Don't be fooled. Here's Barbara's. Barbara's is also, it's owned by a corporate, one of the big 10 corporate companies. Here, they make this look, non-GMO verified, now crunchier, heart healthy, all this other stuff. This could still have glyphosate. Don't be fooled, okay? Nature's Path. Nature's Path is the man to us. This is our #1 pick of cereals. Go to Trader Joe's. Get Nature's Path for a discount. Here's Trader Joe's Raisin Bran clusters. I told Nature's Path to make a cluster cereal before anyone had it, and they didn't listen to me. Anyway, the Flax Plus Pumpkin Raisin Crunch is like so good of Nature's Path. Trader Joe's, you can get such a great deal on Nature's Path and other organic cereals. The hemp granola was voted by Nature's Path, was voted the #1 best granola out of all the granolas that exist. One of the new products I'm super happy about is they now have like Quaker Oat containers of old-fashioned oatmeal, instant oatmeal by Nature's Path. I'm telling you, this is so exciting. General Mills is hurting right now. They're hitting them with glyphosate lawsuits. Everyone knows about the glyphosate in their cereal where it was tested. Muir Glen Organic, owned by General Mills. Cascadian Farm, owned by General Mills. I got Cascadian Farm organic cereal, $3 at Clark's. And it was over at Sprouts for $3 too, I think, or somewhere else. They need money right now. They're discounting their products. I just got this organic spaghetti sauce, $3, everyone. Okay, Cadia. Name brand. This is like the store brand. I get salsa, I get pizza sauce, I get tomato sauce in the jar. You want sauce in the jar because tomatoes, the BPA that's in the lining of a can, the acid in any acid products will eat through that BPA and go into the product. It tastes like a can too. That's why something like pineapple, which I highly recommend to buy organic. I have this with my meal in my milk, and it has digestive enzymes that those of you that get heartburn, add organic pineapple to your meal somehow. It'll help you digest your food. Pumpkin, canned pumpkin, organic. We have the sweetened condensed milk. All these are great for the holidays. Start thinking organic, everyone. Of course, Lundberg Farms, one of our famous favorites for rice, along with Lotus Foods. Sea Snacks. This is what helps you when you have a thyroid problem. This is seaweed that tastes so yummy. You eat this whole This whole thing right here, 50 calories for this whole package, Tiffany. And you get so much kelp here and iodine and nutrients from this kelp-based product. And I said, forget the chlorpyrifos. Here's Cadia's cinnamon applesauce. You don't have to give your babies some chlorpyrifos tainted apples, okay? You're going to go for the protein powder.
I want to share something with you, and I don't know. I know we're like have no time. I met a kid who's going to school to be a doctor, and we were talking about glyphosate, and he was telling me how we are making such a big deal out of nothing. You know how glyphosate is being put in the seed.
Okay, we got to go. Well, we'll have to save that story. They're going to cut us off, but thank you so much, Tiffany.
About that alone.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tiffany, and all of you. Tiffany Anderson. We have her link on our website along with videos of her and Dr. Bentbrook, and join us next Tuesday, 4 o'clock. Thanks everyone for tuning in, all of our listeners, and hope you're going to go shopping for organic. Thanks a lot. Bye.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
Do you feel tired in the middle of the day?